Picking up where I left off here. So when last we left our ignoble proto-hero, he had just finished his second day of class. He's a baby, it's cute. Time to remember what all my voices sounded like. Good afternoon, Mr. O'Connor. Perhaps I might interest you in a few choice tools or useful information. How are things going with you today? Very well, thank you. Master von Urwald's lecture on tools was most edifying, was it not? If you have need of equipment for the class, please keep in mind that I will be happy to provide you with the finest of tools. For a very modest fee, of course. What do you mean by tools? In addition to my selection of basic tools of the trade, I've added a useful means of defusing a potentially dangerous situation. Flash powder. Should you find yourself confronted by a hostile creature or creatures, you have but to throw the bag of powder down. All of your opponents will be temporarily blinded, and you can seek safety. Of course, if you prefer, the flash powder will give you opportunity to apply alternative tactics rather than merely avoid the situation. What sort of information are you talking about? I like to think of myself as a procurer of useful information. I will be quite happy to share a few choice rumors with you. For instance, do you recall Mr. Turk, who seemed to take such an interest in your future when he introduced you to the class? He makes a personal point of enforcing the 10 p.m. curfew. He regularly patrols the Great Hall and the mezzanine after hours. If he sees a student, Mr. Turk gives them 10 demerits and escorts them to their dorm room. It is best to avoid Mr. Turk whenever possible. If a student accumulates more than 100 demerits, that student is expelled from the school. I do not think that Mr. Turk likes you very much. Is that ever an understatement? See you later. It will be a pleasure. Alright, so to refresh my memory on tasks here, I have to do some lockpicking training, return Thomas's lost library book, and do something about that sad painting, and get a uniform, and earn money so that I can afford to do that last piece because I'm broke. Alright, so let's go over to the practice room. I can make out the voices of Katie and Cesare somewhere nearby. You should put your arm back further before you lunge, Kate. I'll be happy to help you improve your thrust. My name is Katie, Cesare. I may be used to swinging with a cutlass rather than stabbing with a dagger, but I'm getting the hang of this. I think that Kate is a fine name for you, my bonny Kate. You are a lovely lady. I think she should stab him, honestly. Like, all I'm saying is I would be happy to give her an alibi if she stabbed him. Of course, it is impossible to tell which of you two women is the more beautiful. You are both enchanting. Alright, time to see if I can do any of these voices. Are you aiming at the target or are you aiming at the neck of the practice dummy? I go for throat when I attack. Gives a whole new meaning to the expression necking. I don't think you need any instruction from Sosie or anyone else about your combat skills, Esme. You look like you can take care of yourself. I am good with many weapons, yes. Why are you so skilled with a dagger? My people have many enemies. It's best to be ready for anything. Have fun. I will. You too. If you want to improve your aim, just visualize Sosie's face on the target. Works for me. That target looks like it's begging you to hit it, Katie. It's not the only thing around here that's asking for it. And yet stabbing you is against the rules. So where did you learn to use a cutlass? When I was little, my father used to take me out on his ship when it was in port. His men taught me to use the cutlass and the belaying pin. So you're Katie the captain's daughter? No wonder you're such a salty lass. Well, happy stabbing. I will. I haven't quite figured out what I'm doing for Katie's voice yet. It seems it's difficult. Admiring their moves, Sosie? And their weapon skill's pretty good, too. Sean, you sleazeball. Now, I could be nice to Sosie at this point, because I'm being nice and polite to, like, everybody, but I also want to piss him off at every possible opportunity, so instead I'm going to say something snarky. Oh, I should take notes on how to be subtly seductive from you, Sosie. Let me show you how to thrust. Yeah, that went over well. You're a fine example of what not to do. And you, Connor, consistently remind us that you are nothing more than a rat from the sewers. Yeah, he didn't like that. Ha ha. Are you always this suave and debonair, or only when you're trying to impress someone? Are you always this stupid, or just in comparison to everyone else? See you later, Sosie. I'd prefer not to see you at all. Yet, tough, Sosie. Alright, and Thomas is over here. So how are things going for you today? Fine, I guess. What about you? What do you think of the school so far? It's kind of fun exploring this castle. Yes, it's like we're caught up in some medieval bard's tale of knights in armor, except that we don't bash each other with swords. Yeah, but instead of medieval bards, we're the remedial bards. How do you like being in the disbarred bards class? I really wanted to be a paladin like my father, so I can't say I'm happy about being a bard. Particularly not a disbarred one. Good luck with your practicing. Thank you. Alright, 240. Got a little bit of time to kill here. I will do some practicing. Let's walk the tightrope here, which increases both climbing and agility, which is handy. Agility is mostly dodging in combat, but it doesn't hurt to be able to dodge. Ow, I definitely need more practice. And climbing is kind of essential. So, still a long way to go there, but somewhat better. Now, let's tick some stuff off the to-do list. Can't tell if anyone is in there or not. And see if we can actually get through this door now. What do you know? The door to the locker room is locked. Great. Guess I'll need to find some lockpicks to get in there. So, next task, go get some lockpicks. Unfortunately, this means going past Mr. Turk. I'm going to save here because I don't think he'll give me demerits for not having a uniform yet. Connor, do you know what you are? You're a slacker. We don't need slackers around here. He gives you like the first week to get up the money to actually buy a uniform, and then he starts giving you huge numbers of demerits every time he sees you without it, so it's best to tread a little carefully around him. So, we're going to pop over to the rec room, for a daily card playing practice. Practice card theory for half an hour. If I play my cards right, I bet I can raise my game. So it seems that a good fold is as important as a win, sometimes more important. Actually, I've got only half an hour left here, so let's not go over to the library. Instead, stop and read this book about card games. Maybe I can learn something from reading this. Okay, Poobah is a gambling game. We all ante in, the dealer gives us some cards. Then we bet or fold. If we stay in, we can draw some new cards and try to improve the hand. Then we bet again. The best hand wins. Best hand. Okay, Grand Poobah beats everything. Poobah is the next best. Then Fizbin, Mimi, and Meh. Wump is the worst. Staying in on weak hands is just a way to lose Lyra. If I'm behind at the beginning, odds are I'll still be behind at Showdown. Wow, who knew that a simple game could be so complex? Okay, dinner bell. The first day took like way longer than I think most days are going to. Which is fortunate because this is 50 days long and that would be many, many hours of doing voices. Let's pop in and see Sophia before going to dinner. I can hear someone buffing her nails. So I'm getting better at listening at doors. You looking for me, kid? Of course I came here to see you. It's the highlight of my day. How's your day going? Better, sugar, now that you've come by. It always makes my day when I see you, too. So why'd you take this reception job of all things? I'm sure that someone like you could get just about any job you set your mind on. I'm like a cat. I come and go where I please. Right now, I'm pleased to be here talking to you. You get a lot of people coming through here? Doesn't seem like you have a lot to do on this job. Isn't it boring? People come and go all the time. My job is to keep track of them. There's worse jobs to do. So what's going on that's interesting here at school? Know any juicy rumors? I know a lot of very interesting information about this place, hon. However, I don't give away my little secrets for free. I like to trade. You tell me something you know, I'll tell you something that I know. It's quid pro quo at its best. Therefore, cutie, tell me something about your classmates, and I'll tell you something in return. Alright, who shall we gossip about? Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. We have Cesare Sosi. Ah yes, Cesare. He's an intriguing character. A moneyed noble family, connection to Cecilia. One has to wonder why he of all people came to this school, and what he's after. Keep me informed about Cesare, will you, sweetie? I want to know his secrets. Have a nice day. Be sure to come back and see me sometime. Alright, listening at the door because it's a door. I don't hear anything right now. And there's the second dinner bell. After all, even the best played hands of Weiss and Ben oft blow away. There. Is that supposed to be funny? Well, it's really funny to a bridge player. Here we play Poobah rather than bridge. You do? When? Where? In the rec room. There is a game table where we play. We don't play very often, usually just after an exam or before a holiday. We spend many evenings in rec room. At least some of us do. Sounds like I should spend some time in the rec room then. This is no place for dilly-dallying, people! Clean up your mess and get on with your business elsewhere! I admit to finding the Turk voice fun. Alright, we just left, but let's listen at the door anyway. Seems quiet in there. I guess it isn't mealtime. And I forgot that I was going to try to drop in on the infirmary today, so I guess I'll have to do it tomorrow. Instead, let's go in and earn a little dough. Stop by, grab the daily apple. Apples are quite useful in this game, so want to start collecting them early. Good day to you, Mr. Sean. How do you be liking the food today? You serve the best food I've ever tasted, Chef. If people knew how good it was, they would flock to the university just for meals. Turk is... okay, bell end is fair, yeah. It's not the first word I would have thought of, but it works. Why did you come to this school? You could probably get a job anywhere you wanted. Why, I came to the university to learn, of course. I thought you came here to teach? Who teaches learns. The students, they come from many lands. They all have different tastes and recipes. With them I learn many new things. So how are things for you today, Ricky?
Good. Ricky should be happy food be good. Ricky should work very hard to make good food.
So do the students get paid to cook here? No, they pay to learn here. Cooking may be hard work, but it can be exciting and fun too. It'd be very worth doing. However, if you'd be interested in working, I do need help in the kitchen. It does not pay much, but it does pay money. In fact, I could be using you right now. Well, I do need money. Sure, I could use the money. That's a lot of plates. You do good work, Mr. Sean. Good job. I'll see you both later. Oh boy, I have no idea how to pronounce. Odiba, Mr. Sean.
Bye-bye.
Alright. Let's see if I'm any better at listening at doors now. I think I hear people talking behind that door. Now, let's actually start over here. I don't hear anything. You only get one shot at the actual door where the conversation is happening per day, so I want to increase my odds of being able to hear it. Nope, not a sound to be heard in there. Can't listen to Turk's door. Nope, not a sound to be heard in there. I can't hear anything in the room. Okay. So now, to listen at the faculty lounge door. I can barely make out that someone is talking, but I can't make out the words. Guess I need to sharpen my eavesdropping skills a little before I can hear anything through this thick door. That's annoying, but fortunately the conversation keeps being the same until you hear it. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing valuable content here, obviously. Alright, let's go to the library. Do a little studying. We've got an assignment to read this book about lockpicking. It's quiet, but that doesn't mean people aren't in there reading. Nice recovery. Yeah, I'm a very, very subtle about the things that I know about this game. I'm not giving anything away. So while we're in here, let's look at this book. Yikes, this book is massive and looks like it was handwritten. The pages are yellowed and it's hard to make out the writing. It's not something I'd want to read in bed. I'd be squashed by it. I wonder what makes that book special. That book is the rise and fall of the Knights Luminar and the founding of Castle Luminar. You are not expected to read the entire book. However, it will regularly be turned to a significant page in the text if you care to keep up with your history lessons. Alright, let's read this book. This book talks about an invasion by creatures of chaos from a rift between worlds. I've never heard of this before. It must have happened a long time ago. The seeress Veliana had a vision that the Dark Ones, Gorgoloth and Gog-Sosloth, would invade our world from the realm of chaos. She called for heroes to help drive them back. Only 3 answered her call. The wizard Mortoi, the knight-errant Sir Hans, and the paladin Jameis with his magical steed, Whim. Veliana prophesied that each Dark One would create a rift, a chaos gate, to bridge the worlds of the living, the dead, and the demonic. From the first gate, Gorgoloth would emerge to flood Albion with demons, death, and despair. Even as she spoke, the ground shook, the skies darkened, and the first wave of the demonic invasion poured upon the land of Albion. Wait, what happened next? I can't seem to turn the page. The page will turn when it is ready to turn. Alright. So each section here has a letter corresponding to it. And if I remember right, the librarian said that my disbarred bard books were in Q1. So let's do some study. Study the lockpicking book. Beginner's Lock, a guide to picking locks. Well, that's straightforward enough. I think that was the name of the book we're supposed to read for class. There's something odd about the cover of this book. It's thicker than a normal book. Looks like it can be opened up if I pull this corner. What do you know? There's a set of wooden lockpicks stuck in the cover. I'll just remove them for safekeeping. And it's getting close to curfew. I'd hate to have Turk interrupting my nap or studies. I'll have to study another time. Sorry, Leo. Can a painting talk or bark or whine? The close to curfew message you get anytime after 9 o'clock if you try to read. Because Turk will in fact show up at 10 and teleport you to your bedroom. So I'm going... Actually, I think I'll go pop by and see Gregor. Leo looks like a wonderful dog. A wonderful ghost dog. Just in that door. I'm pretty sure Turk won't find me over here in this corner, so I can safely practice my listening skills. And all I hear is a big fat nothing.
The young master returns. So glad is Gregor to see you again.
I halfway got the voice there. Hi, Gregor. How are things today with you, Gregor?
So honored is Gregor that Master Sean speaks to Gregor. Gregor's day is now delightful.
Got anything interesting for sale?
Gregor has many, many nice things for sale. The finest chalk one can buy for marking dungeon trails. The loveliest, silkiest of blue ties to wear on the neck to show off the school pride. Gregor offers only the best.
What do you know about the wine cellar?
Gregor does not like the wine cellar. Too many mean drats. Drats do not like ratties. Gregor knows there is more danger in wine cellar as one goes farther from the store. If the young master stays near the store door, Master Sean should be perfectly safe.
Bye for now.
Gregor will miss Master Sean until the good master returns once more to make Gregor smile. Be happy and be safe, Master Sean.
Alright, let's do some shopping here, because I've got a little bit of money now. And it would be nice to actually have my own copy of the lockpicking book, so let's get that. Which obliterates my financial... It gets me to being broke again, so that's all I can get right now, but that's useful. Let's leave, and up and down, and head back to eavesdrop on some bedroom doors. I can't hear anyone talking in the room right now. How about... I don't hear anything, but Thomas has this room to himself, so I'm not too surprised. I can't hear anything now. I've got 1 point of perception out of that, so that's good. My skills are... Okay, perception's over 20. Well, it's at 20, that's progress. Yeah. Early game is always painful in these things because all the skills suck. Alright, let's go say hi to Aeolus. Evening, Rumi. There's a letter someone left on your bed for you. Hi, Aeolus. How's it going? I'm working on a song for my vocal performance class. Play us a tune, you're the panpipe guy. Play us a tune this day, because we're all very fond of your panpipe song, and your music just blows us away. What do you think? It's amusing. Thanks! Now I have to work on the verses. How did the letter get here? Guess the staff must have left it. It was there when I came in. I've never gotten mail from my family, so I don't know. So how did you find out about the school? My father is a scribe for the Prince of Sardonia. He was in charge of writing the writ to permit the Hero University to open here. When father saw the university had a school for bards, he thought it was a great idea to send me away to the far side of Sardonia. Got me out of the house. Here I get to study under Maestro Lorenzo, learn music, play instruments, and make friends. It's great! So what about you? What brought you here? Let's just say someone made me an offer I couldn't refuse. I'm not going to bother telling him to clean the room. See you in the morning. I'll be sure to advise you to rise and wine come the time to get up for sup. Can't pass your class if you sleep too deep. Alright, let's look at this letter. A letter from Mom. Hey, this is a letter from my mama. How did she know I was here? My dear Linshawn, 'tis so happy I am to hear that you are at the Hero University. I can't tell you how proud it makes me feel to know that you have a chance at a brighter future. Take care of yourself there at the school. Be sure to make some new friends. Don't forget to study hard so you can get good grades and a good job when you graduate. Your dad would be so very proud of you too. Your loving mother, Nora. Well, maybe I should at least try to take this school seriously. It would make Mama happy. Alright, now since I got a copy of this lockpicking book, I can study that. Let's see how easy it is to pick a lock. Spoiler, it's not. And did that didn't even raise my tool use. I feel cheated. Right, and it is after 11, so that's it for the day. There are times when it is worth staying up past midnight to do more stuff, but at this point in the game, really isn't, so just gonna go to sleep. Yeah, I ain't reading that. He's snoring. As I was saying, a rogue uses a variety of different methods and techniques in his actions. The classic skill common to both rogues and thieves is stealth. Unlike the common thief who considers that stealth means to tiptoe around everywhere hunched over like a gargoyle, rogues learn a method of sneaking that relies more upon his intelligence and perception than upon his agility. This is called the way of the Küchenschaber. Did you find something amusing in what I said, Herr Kent? Sprechen Sie Germanisch?
Ein bisschen, Meister.
Then perhaps you will explain the meaning to those in our class who do not share your superior education. What does way of the Küchenschaber translate to in common? The way of the cockroach. Sorry. The way of the cockroach, sir. Indeed. The lowly cockroach is a model for stealth. He does not move slowly around a room, hoping that nothing notices his movement and squashes him. The cockroach first stops to look around and assess any potential danger. He listens for threats. He looks for shadows or places to conceal himself. Only then does he scuttle to his next hiding place. Put this lesson into practice. Whenever you have need of stealth, first observe your environment, listen for potential danger. When appropriate, move directly to a place of concealment. Any questions? So stealth isn't just about sneaking around? Sneaking is part of the repertoire of stealth, as is concealment and observation. Sometimes it is better to run than to sneak. It's all a matter of situational awareness. The way of the Küchenschaber may one day save your life. Pause and observe before you react. Entlassen. Which means I now have sneak mode. Hooray! I'm going to do nothing else for the rest of the game. Hi, Joel. What's new with you? Nothing. See you later. It will be a pleasure. And not going shopping. What I am going to do is finally go over... I have those wooden lockpicks that I snagged out of the book in the library, which was actually the whole reason to read that book in the library as opposed to just having the copy in my room. So I'll listen to this door because it's a door. I don't hear anything. And I will pick the lock. Or try to. I'm in! So what we have here is a whole bunch of lockers, a safe, and a collection of locks sort of strewn about. So let's look at an arbitrary locker. This is locker 7. Anything in the vase that there's a possibility of a thing showing up later, but yeah, it's a one-off otherwise. Unfortunately, it would be nice if there were a way of farming money that didn't take an hour out of your evening or killing things. Let's examine this lock. It's a lock, alright. Well done, Sean. You clearly have learned a lot about locks. Let's just practice some lockpicking here. Easy, easy, there. And my tool use has gone up by an entire 3 points. It is still dismally bad. So, 3:21 here, we got more time. Let's practice for another hour. Just a little touch and a gentle twist. And 3 more points of lockpicking skill there. Oh, hi, Summer. Yesterday was mostly training. I did pick up a set of crude wooden lockpicks in the library. And lockpicking. No, this is day 3 game-wise. So yesterday in the game sense rather than... Yes. Relatively little has actually happened in terms of the storyline. But I did learn how to sneak. And learning how to sneak is useful. You will notice... I'm as zoomed out as I can be. You will notice that Turk here has a fixed kind of pattern of movement. And I muffed up that time. What you can do, typically, is wait until he's like there, and then follow him, and cross the room without being caught. Which is very useful. Let's go over to the rec room and practice some card theory. I seriously am going to be trying to do that every single day. I'm not actually, I've never, when I was alpha testing, I tried to get Turk to get me thrown out just to see if it worked, and at that point it didn't. I haven't gone back and tried it since the game actually was released, so I'm not 100% sure. But getting lots of demerits is annoying at least, so best to avoid it. So let's practice our cards here a little bit, see if we can train some, luck and gaming going up. Yes, it's almost that special time of day for friends and food. So I've been saying I was going to go check out the infirmary, and then I forgot to when I had the opportunity yesterday. So let's do that now because we've got a little bit of time before we get sent to dinner. And the infirmary is actually a pretty useful place, although if I'm trying not to kill things, that means I'm going to be trying not to get hit. And therefore we'll have less use of it. Listen at the door. See if I can hear anything now. I can hear someone moving around in there, but not much else. Okay, what's she going to sound like? Welcome to the infirmary. I am Lady Moira Glenshannon, healer and paladin instructor. How is it that I may help you? I'm not going to try to give her an actual Irish accent because I'd muff it so bad. Hi, I'm Sean O'Connor. I just got here. A pleasure it is to meet you, Sean. You have a bit of a lilt to your voice. Do you too come from Ire? My parents did. I was born here in Sardonia. I hope you'll be liking it here at the school. What class is it you're taking? I'm a disbarred bard, ma'am. I guess that means I'm not quite one thing or another. Oh, I think you're definitely something. You'll just have to figure out what that thing is. So what's this infirmary? It looks like some beds and a bunch of desks. What do? Sit around and learn about sick people? The infirmary is where sick or injured people come, but I tried to heal them up quickly. This room also serves as a first aid classroom for people who want to learn more about healing and staying healthy. So what's a paladin? A paladin is someone who dedicates his or her life to the principles of justice and fairness. A paladin is someone who helps others and strives to change the world around them for the better. It's more of a calling than a profession or a class. I'll be seeing you some other time then. If you're ever hurt or ill, come and see me here. I'll have you hale and hearty as soon as I can. And when you want to learn more about healing, take my first aid class elective if you get the chance. 'Tis always good to be taking care of yourself. Here, take this bandage. It's just one of the things I'll be teaching about in first aid. I'm sure that you'll find a good use for it. Good day to you, Sean. I hope you like it here. Alright, that is everyone we can easily meet and about the castle met. Finally. Let's see what's on the menu for today. Caribbean Islander cuisine today. It has jerk chicken, callaloo, and okra. That sounds different. It's awfully loud in there. Sounds like dinner's already started. The other has claws at the end of his paws. Right, I don't get it. So, to change the subject, has anyone figured out how to use the lockpick set we're supposed to have for class? The Handbook Beginner's Guide to Lockpicks is quite useful. I know how to pick simple locks, but I do not have book. Is it good? I found the book very useful. There's a copy of it in the library if you'd like to look at it. Ah, that is good. I do not have money to waste. You could always get a job working for Chef Kina. No, thank you. I am not that desperate for money. Ouch, Esme. Dinner time is over! Everybody clean up your areas and move on! Alright, turning right around and going back in. I need more money. The early game here is all about needing more money perpetually. Also, I need another apple. Never know when I'll get a sudden craving. The good thing about not doing combat in this playthrough is that I don't have to devote any time to training those skills. The bad thing is that I'm more broke than I would be. Ik abo, Mr. Shanshan. Do you come seeking work? There's plenty work for you here. I came to both work and chat. Let's be friendly. I just came here to chat and then go to work for you. Very good. Let us speak. So where did you come from before you came here? I have done much traveling to different lands, learning the ways of people and the food. Just before coming here, I taught myself the cuisine of southern Belle France.
Bell people be silly. They call Riki pet. Don't be letting Riki learn.
Riki did not like that the chefs of Belle France forbade Riki to be in the kitchens. I think the chefs, they did not like it that Riki knows more about cooking than they do. Next time we travel, Riki, do not tell the chefs better ways to do what they do. Listen to learn. Teach only those wanting to be taught. Riki, do you like to cook too?
Cooking too dirty. First she gets dirty. Riki like teaching. Riki should make others get dirty.
Riki supervises the students in the kitchen. She is good at telling people what to do. Hear any interesting rumors going on at the school? He who gossips to you will gossip about you. Gossips, they are no one's friend, so I do not listen to such tales, nor do I speak them. I'd like to go to work now. I like Riki too. Good. With work, the sooner started, the sooner finished. That's normally true. Oh no, not again. You do good work, Mr. Shanshan. Good job. 10 whole lira out of that. And it only took me, well, counting talking to her, an hour and a half. Wonder what the minimum wage in Sardonia is. Alright, I'm gonna go try some eavesdropping here. I'll hit all the doors in order. I don't hear anything. Nope, not a sound to be heard in there. This is exciting, isn't it? I think I hear people talking behind that door. Let's see if we can actually hear what they're saying. I hear people talking. Isn't it wonderful to have a school full of students again? Such bright, alert, happy minds, eager to feast upon the bounty of our wisdom. Not every student is as enamored of learning as you are, Sylvia. Most see the school as an unpleasant means to their goal of glory and wealth. 'Tis a new semester, a new set of students, a new beginning, Gerhard. Surely there's no call for you to be grumpy and cynical so soon. I am not being grumpy, Moira. I am a realist, and I am always cynical. So the master's name is Gerhard. Grumpy Gerhard. I like the sound of that. I better go somewhere else before I get caught eavesdropping here. I don't Wouldn't want to make the master any grumpier. Skipping Turk's office because I can't listen to that door. Ever. Listening to this one. Nope, not a sound to be heard in there. Listening to this one. Can't hear anything in the room. That's exciting. I got a bit of time here. Let's see. I think tonight I will go to the rec room. See if anybody's hanging out there. Listen at the door. I think I can hear Signore Sosi saying something to other people. Getting a little better at this eavesdropping. My family has estates in the cities of Palermo and Catania. We are in the ranks of succession for the throne of Sicilia, should anything happen to the prince's family. What does that mean? It means, my dear Katie, that I may one day be the Prince of Sicilia. Impressive. Hi, Katie. Let's talk. So where did you come from before Turk dragged you to our class? So what brought you to this school? You don't seem like a wannabe hero to me. Not big on the whole hero concept, no. You don't exactly look like a knight in shining armor type either. No, but I might go out of my way to save a damsel in distress. Well, don't look at me. I'll save myself, so no thank you. I'm fresh off the streets of Caligari. My family owns an inn and tavern in East Caligari called Lady Luck. Ever been there? I didn't get to that part of the city much. Must be interesting owning an inn. You get to meet a lot of people that way. Mostly it's just a lot of work. I was usually too busy to meet anyone. Is this just a social group, or do people actually play games here? Sometimes we play. Sometimes we just talk. What's your favorite game? Challenge me to a game of darts sometime and I'll show you. I'll see you later. See you in class tomorrow. Let's talk to Esme here. What brings you to Hero U? You do not seem like hero type. I can't resist doing the R's that way, apparently. Why did you come to the school? Are you here to be a hero? I do not know if I will be a hero or not. My parents thought this would be good for me. It's very different life here. What's different about it? My home is Caravan, and we travel all the time. It's strange to be surrounded by walls rather than woods. It's strange to be with strangers rather than with family. It's all strange and new for me. It's like adventure. You don't think I'm the hero type? I think you are like Cat. Whatever happens, you will land on your feet. You will walk your own path. But like Cat, you do things for you, not for others. Okay, fair. What brings you here to the rec room? Do you like to play games? Seriously, Sean? Who doesn't like playing games? I play many games. Mostly, though, I come here to talk and have fun. It's like sitting around a campfire at night with my pack and family. I hope to talk with you more later. Maybe we will. Bye, Sosie. Sean's personality. Yeah. There's a certain level to which you can control it, and there's a certain level to which he is a little bit dumb, a little bit abrasive, just kind of across the board. Let's talk to Cesare here. If you want to fit in here at Hero University, you will need to accept one fact. I am the leader of the Disbarred Bards class. Who put you in charge? I am a very dangerous person to cross, O'Connor. Do as I say and you'll benefit from our association. Defy me and I'll make your life unpleasant. Most unpleasant. Let's snark a little here. Oh, so we'll get along fine as long as you get everything you want. What's the matter, Sosie? Not enough servants around you to do your bidding? Learn your place, peasant. Or what? You're gonna send me off to bed without my supper? Throw me in your dungeon? Not invite me to your birthday party? Sorry, Sosie, I don't give in to empty threats. You are mistaken, Connor. I will make you sorry you ever came here. I don't know about that, Sosie. I think this makes coming here even more interesting. We boost to Moxie, and Sosie hates me. I approve of Sosie hating me. So what's your opinion about the disbarred bards class? The class standard was lowered to admit you, O'Connor. Clearly, Turk is correct. You don't belong at this school. So what brings you to the recreation room? I mean, besides the chance to bully and lord it over other students. I am an expert at billiards and cards, O'Connor. It will give me great satisfaction to crush you in such games. Get used to disappointment, Cesare. It's been a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cesare. I look forward to more interactions with you tomorrow. Alex Cesare doesn't even dignify that with a response. Ah, Mr. O'Connor. Have you come to play a few games with us? I see that you are finding your way around the school. Is it not exciting to realize we are now living in a castle? One would almost think that we were royal. Hi, Joel. So do you hang out here often? I am here most evenings, as are many of our classmates. Did royalty once live in this castle? I do not think so. The castle was built by a group of knights who came here to save Sardonia from some unspeakable horror, or so the rumors say. Before the school opened, the local thieves' guilds avoided this place. Thieves who entered here seldom returned to speak of their mishaps here. I was, of course, intrigued at the possibility that there was something of great value hidden here in the castle. It was one of the reasons I enrolled at the Hero University. You mean to say you didn't come here to learn to be a hero? I will let someone else play the hero's part, and let him waste his life saving fools from their follies. As for myself, I'd rather teach fools not to be so foolish as to tempt thieves and swindlers with their wealth. Joel, you are delightful, and by delightful, I mean... So from the Quest for Glory connections here, apparently Joel is canonically the son of Ugarte, who is a charming little rumor-mongering sneak. Clearly the apple did not fall far from the tree. So what games can I play here? In the corner behind me, you can waste some time playing darts. If you like a little more challenge, you can test your skills at billiards. Of course, you can always play a game of cards. What sort of card games are played here? One can always play solitaire. You can occasionally get people to play cribbage, but I don't peg you as a cribbage player. You'll likely get bored. Of course, the best card game of all is Poobah. I'll let you know next time we play Poobah. We would love to play with you. That sounds reassuring and not at all like you intend to cheat me out of all my hard-earned cash. I'll talk to you later. I will be looking forward to it. It's nearly 10, which actually means I still have time to fit in a game of something. So let's challenge Katie to cards, because cards can boost luck, and luck is a thing I want more of. How'd you like to play a game of cards with me? Depends how good you are at cards. I hate to lose, so let's see what you can do. Ha! I win. I may not be very good at cribbage, but at least I beat you.
Curfew! Out of here at once! The recreation will cease. Everyone return to your dorm room immediately. I will be watching you. Have you met Sophia? She's so amazing, and she spoke to me today. She's the woman of my dreams.
Yeah, Turk is frankly a little unnerving to have on the screen. He's fun to do the voice for, though. Hey, Aeolus. What's new? Sounds like you're in a good mood today.
Today I saw an angel with hair like freshly pickled mulberries and lips like marinara sauce. I'm writing a song about her.
I'm not going to attempt to sing all of these, even though the entire point would be to sing them somewhat off-key and weird.
You ought to see Sophia. She is so sweet to Mia. If I'd sit on her veranda. Oh, if I could have Miranda. Oh, how happy I would be if I could kiss Sophie. You think she'll like it?
Sophia will probably be very flattered that you wrote it for her.
Yes!
So you're in love with the school receptionist.
I was going outside to practice my bongos on the beach when I saw her sitting at her desk like Venus resting on her half shell, except for the short hair and glasses part. I stood in awe of her beauty and she spoke to me. She said, "Are you coming in, or just gonna stand like a statue there for the whole day?" She's clever as well as cute. Sean, you gotta help me. Please speak to Sophia and tell her I'm a nice guy who's funny and witty and who would love to take her dancing sometime on a date. Will you please speak to her for me?
How about... Nope. Why don't you speak to Sophia yourself? You're a clever guy.
I'm afraid that my tongue will be tied in a knot with my stomach and I'll come across like a dork.
So basically you're afraid that it'll all be for naught?
Not funny, Sean. It may be news to you, but I'm at the end of my rope here. Don't you get it?
Afraid not. Sweet dreams, Aeolus.
I won't be able to sleep a wink tonight dreaming of Sophia.
Fine, as long as you dream quietly, I'm going to sleep. But first, let's be a good student here and study the lockpicking book. Let's see if I can understand how to pick locks a little more. That time my tool use went up. That's more like it. My tool use went up an entire 1 point! It's not the most effective way of grinding that stat, but it does help a little bit. So, and it doesn't require leaving the room. And the stats are creeping up overall. Right. Bedtime for little heroes. Or not yet heroes. Whoa, slept late. Gotta go. As I was saying, according to the precepts of our headmaster, the best way to motivate students to learn is to pit all of you against one another in a competition to see who is the best. You will all be vying for the coveted title of Rogue of the Year. No doubt you are all drooling with anticipation at the mere thought of attaining such a prize. You will be judged upon your participation in the classroom and your mastery of rogue skills as well as your actions throughout the course of the semester. You will be judged by your peers in this class as well as by myself. I trust you are all now spurred on to greatness by the mere thought of such an honor. Herr Sosi, who do you believe will win this competition? I will be the one to earn the title of Rogue of the Year, Master. Fräulein McMichael, who do you believe will win? I will. Herr Kent, who will win? I will do my best to win, sir. Fräulein Esme, who will win? Katie, sir. I think she's best of all. It seems that you have your first advocate, Fräulein McMichael. Congratulations. Herr Kiro, who do you believe will win? Cesare will. You are already quite skilled in rogue skills, Herr Kiro. I am surprised you do not intend to compete. It is just, sir, that I think Cesare will work harder to be Rogue of the Year. You are undoubtedly correct. Herr O'Connor, who do you think will win this competition? What the heck, I'm gonna go for it. I will. You have a slight disadvantage already being the newcomer. However, you do have some slight potential. It will take brains, skill, charm, and actions to win this competition. O'Connor doesn't have a chance. We shall see, shall we? I encourage all of you to strive for the title, regardless of its meaninglessness. We shall see if this motivates you to overcome your lazy tendencies. Today's practice session should be on dagger throwing. It's amazing how useful a well-placed dagger can be. Class dismissed. I fully intend to have Sean win because that's like half the point. Let's see, nothing interesting to say to Joel today. Throw a dagger into Susie's heart. Believe me, it's very tempting, but he doesn't stand around near the targets. Alright. I still have, like, a whole list of tasks to do. Let's try and get some of them taken care of, starting with the dagger throwing, because that's easy. Learn to pick locks is still on the list. I'll drop into the locker room and see if I can work on that a bit. Listening at doors. I'm not hearing anyone in the room right now. Get Leo's bone. Yes, I need to do that. And now that I have the wooden lockpicks, it's worth attempting. But let's start with the dagger throwing here. I am terrible at throwing daggers. Look at how far they are from the target. Damn, missed again. And that got rid of one task, hooray. Let's drop into the locker room. Briefly, in an attempt to pick some locks. Listening at door. Yeah, I also got the library book to return. Fortunately, it's not mine, so there's no late fees for me, but I should probably do the good thing and give it back. I'm in. Let's look at this lock here. It looks like a pretty basic lock. Good job, Sean. You now are able to actually say something about what kind of lock it is, as opposed to just, it's a lock. Let's try to pick it. Darn, no good. Still locked. Give it another whirl. It's still locked. Why do they make picking locks so hard to do? Picking locks this way is less productive than doing spend an hour picking locks. In terms of that always gives a certain return, but I got errands to run. If practice makes perfect, why can't I open this dumb thing? Come on, let's go for one more point. Give me a point. I'm being good. Stupid stubborn lock. I almost broke my pick on it. The lock picking used to be a much more annoying thing to grind in some of the earlier alphas. This is actually, I feel pretty good about it. Look, my tool use is already at 15. It'll be good in no time. It won't be good. It's going to keep being bad, but walking upstairs does increase your climbing sometimes, which I actually kind of like. That's a good little boost. You can increase climbing just by wandering around the school enough. Alright, we're going to attempt to do a better job of sneaking past Turk here. which appears to have gotten rid of the sneaking task, so hooray. So Turk is there. We follow along behind him. And he didn't see us. Haha. I'm not going to stop sneaking until my stealth hits 100, which is the maximum it can be. Because that's the way to play these games. It's quiet in there, too quiet. But then again, aren't all libraries? Let's go give that book back. I found this library book lying around the castle where someone must have dropped it. Ah, I see that I shall be revoking Mr. Kent's borrowing privileges for mislaying this book. Boy, I just slipped characters there. I appreciate your effort to return this book to its proper place. Let's chat with this guy. Hi there, how are you today? I am the same as always. So, what do you think about working in a castle? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. My connection looks like it's okay, but it could be any number of things in between. That will be hopefully, this will all be going to YouTube afterwards, so. Depending on where it is. Hopefully nothing will actually get lost. Yeah, no, looks good on my end. Alright. Sean optimistically talking to the librarian here. So, what do you think about working in a castle? Pretty cool, huh? By the literal interpretation of your question, it is about 20 degrees cooler inside the castle than the ambient temperature outside the main structure. How many books are there in this library? Must be hundreds of them. The library currently contains 6,375 unique reference books. Sounds like it contains every book ever written. That is a gross underestimate of the magnitude of literature. This library specializes in books of historical facts and philosophies, with a scattering of educational manuals added by university staff. Nice talking with you. Indeed. Let's continue this book here. Hey, the book's turned to another page. Together with the High Prince of Albion and a young warlock named Aquino, Cyrus Veliana, Wizard Mortoi, Sir Hans, Sir Jamus, and Wim desperately fought their way to the Chaos Gate. Okay, see you soon, Summer. The battle between the forces of chaos and the heroes shook the world and obliterated the city of Londinium. The High Prince of Albion fell beneath a demon's claws just as they reached the gate, while Sir Hans, Sir Jamus, and Wim desperately fought to hold off the demonic hordes at bay. Veliana, Aquino, and Mortoi began the ritual to close the Chaos Gate, but even as they chanted, the gate bulged and Gorgoloth began to ooze into our world. And I can't turn the page to find out whether they drove Gorgoloth back to the Chaos Realm or not. Given that this happened in the past, you can reasonably assume that they succeeded. Hey, no spoilers. Right. Got a little bit of time before the first dinner bell. Let's do some studying. I'm heading over to this corner here. Sorry, Leo, I'll get to your bone after dinner, I promise. gonna go all the way over to here to Q2 and look at the self-help type deal. I think I should study a book about basically being more charming. This looks like it could be useful. You can woo too. How to make friends and find true love. Time to hit the books.
You will do no such thing. Some of these books are very fragile, and I expect you to treat them with care.
Time to gently pat the books. Just like Robot Librarian. And the most important tip about making friends, be there for them. Seems like an easy thing to do, just helping them when they need it. That's the early dinner bell. About time to go to the dining hall. And I think I will probably just barely make it. But that's okay. When I'm hungry, my perception goes down a little bit, and also I think smarts. So that's why this is red right now. But I'm more charming than I was before I read that book. So it's all good. Listen to the door here. I don't hear anything right now. If you listen when Turk is doing his pacing, you hear him doing the pacing, at least once your ears are good enough. Listen to this door. It's awfully loud in there. It sounds like dinner's already started. So what's the secret behind your smile today, Esme? Is it your birthday or something special? Esme's got a date after supper, in the rec room with Sosie. Task, interrupt Sosie and Esme's date. Welcome back, Summer. Sosie, you're too bright and beautiful for a jerk like that. You deserve much better than to go out with that slimy creep. I mean, there isn't a guy here that isn't attracted to you. Aren't I right, Thomas? Yes, right. You are very nice, Esme. Cesare is gentleman with manners, good home, and money. He says nice things to me. Cesare is sweet. Yeah, like honey on a poisoned apple. Jealous much, Sean? What? No, Sosie, he's just such a pompous... It's not your business to tell me what to do. I will have fine time with Sosie tonight in the rec room. Time to go, people! Everyone, clean up your places! Connor, there's food on the floor by your table. Mop it up. But I didn't... That's 5 demerits for talking back, young man, and you will mop the entire dining hall floor now. Just do it! Alright, it's 7:30 because I lost half an hour to mopping the floor. Let's actually break the usual evening routine and go check in on this date. See how well it's going. Hello, Esme. Don't say a word to me! Not one word! Okay, say nothing. Sosie! He is stupid. He is... A lying, creepy jerk, a cad and a dastard, a rotter and a two-faced no-good-nick. He is all those and worse. I'm sorry your date didn't go the way you hoped. You tried to warn me. I just didn't want to hear. You are a good friend, Sean. Oh, that was promising. Let's listen to this door here. I don't hear anything being smashed or destroyed, so I guess that's a good thing. Let's go in and see if we can find the other half of this couple. What do you want? Get out of here. What's this, Cesare? I'm surprised to find you all alone. I thought you were meeting with Esme this evening. This is none of your business, O'Connor. Leave here. I thought I made it clear that I don't follow orders, particularly not yours, Cesare. You are playing with fire, O'Connor. You will be burnt. Aren't you meeting Esme here later this evening? She mentioned something about that at supper. Then again, I just saw Esme in the courtyard looking like she wanted to strangle someone. Guess she must be thinking of you. This doesn't concern you, O'Connor. What, it doesn't concern me that you hurt Esme's feelings tonight by being a jerk? Is that it, Sosie? Guess again. Don't try this crap around here again. What are you going to do about it, Connor? Let's see. My roommate is a bard. He likes to make up songs all the time. I can just hear him now singing a song about you. Oh, come all you maidens and list to me prate about Cesare Sosie and his sorrowful fate, how he tried to kiss an unwilling miss and now he's unable to go on a date. I'm sure everyone will be singing that song around here if you ever try it again. I'll be watching you, Sosie, whatever you do. You will pay for your impudence. Ta-ta for now. That was fun. Yeah, Sosie is the literal worst. Let's practice our card theory here while I'm in the rec room anyway, because I haven't done that yet. And every little helps. This would be so much easier if Gregor sold marked cards. Why doesn't Gregor sell marked cards? It's already 8:31. I do want to listen to this door because it's a door. Why doesn't Sean make his own marked cards? That's fair, that's fair. Possibly because the only ink he could find in the entire thing is the dried up stuff in the house at the beginning. Listen to this door. Seems quiet in there. I guess it isn't mealtime. Grab our obligatory apple. I don't attempt to steal apples even when I have my stealth up pretty high because stealing from Ifataya seems, you know, uncool. Ek abo, Mr. Sean. Hi. How are things going for you today? Things go well as usual. Essay, Mr. Sean. Thank you. Do you have work for me to do? There is much work for you to do. Let us get started. Where did all these dirty dishes come from? You do good work, Mr. Sean. Good job. I'll be seeing you later. Maria Leipe, Mr. Sean. Bye-bye. I have approximately no time at all to go anywhere and do anything. So, unfortunately, I think I'll have to wait on Leo's bone a little longer. Let's go listen to some doors. Hey, the work pays well, but... I mean, you saw those dishes. I think I hear voices inside that dorm room. So how did your meeting with Esme go? Not so well, I'm thinking. I don't want to talk about it. I warned you that women were not to be trusted. Shut up! Skip Thomas's room because there's never anything going on there. I think I hear voices in the other room. That fat you! That stupid bloody pig of a man! How dare he treat me like I was Kurva! He's a man, what did you expect? You were the one who said he was charming. I also said that I wouldn't trust a man with my future. All men are lying, cheating, scurvy dogs. Even your father? My father lied to me and my mother about his merchant ship. He was a pirate captain. After Mama died, I begged to become part of his crew. All he did was pat me on my shoulder and tell me I needed to find a good husband. That's why I'm here. I'm going to find the treasure of the royal flush, buy my own ship, and be my own captain. Then my father will see that a woman doesn't need a man to set sail on her own course. Good on you, Katie. Alright, let's go check in on our lovelorn bard friend. Did you see Sophia today? Isn't she gorgeous? Hey, Aeolus. What's new? How are things with you today? I wrote a new song for Sophia today. Sophia, I just saw a girl named Sophia, and suddenly I start to give away my heart to her. Sophia, I'm in love with a girl named Sophia. I know that it's inane, but I'll never be the same again. Sophia, please say that you love me forever, and I promise I'll always be clever. Sophia, I'll never stop singing Sophia. What do you think? Is it worthy of her beauty? The song clearly proves that you know Sophia's name. I'm sure she'll be flattered. Great! Now I have to get the nerve up to sing it to her. I don't suppose I could get you to sing it. No, I could not do it justice. Sophia must be something special to make you this wild about her. You really need to speak to her. I know, I just want to make sure everything is perfect and rehearse all my lines before I see her. I want to make a good impression. Good night, and Aeolus, try not to hum in your sleep tonight. It's hard to stop singing about Sophia. She's the harmony of my heart, the fugue of my feelings, the legato of my love. Then try being pianissimo with your pillow in your mouth, please. Alright, gonna sneak out and head down to the classroom corridor. I got a little bit of time here. And so, of course, I'm going to use it to study. By study, I mean pick locks. Study picking locks. Listen to the door, even though I know where everyone is, except Thomas, I guess. Pick the lock. Fortunately, the door on the locker room isn't hard to pick. I think it would be awfully embarrassing otherwise. This says locker 1. Let's look at the lock. It's a lock, alright. Well done, Sean. I'm impressed by your ability to recognize things that keep you from getting through doors. Stupid lock. Alright, it is 11:53, which means it is time to hurry and try to get to bed before midnight, because if you get to bed 1 minute before midnight, it's fine. Otherwise, you're tired the entire day. Kind of like me in real life. It's the climb. And I think I didn't make it. We'll find out. Yeah, you hear the snoring start there. That means I'm sleeping in class. Herr O'Connor, I suggest you pay attention to my lecture rather than the inside of your eyelids. As I was saying, today we shall discuss the way of the Fledermaus. Herr Kent, will you please translate for your associates? It means the way of the bat, sir. Precisely. And what do you think it is about the bat we will be emulating, Herr O'Connor? Alright. Wild guess or silly guess here? I'm going to refrain from being snarky because I'm trying to get the guy to like me. Let's go with silly. We go out in the middle of the night, wrap ourselves in the wings of darkness, and put the fear of the unknown in our foes. You have come up with an inventive use of the metaphor, but rather implausible. Bats explore their environment through the use of sound. They listen to everything around them and use that information to maneuver. So too do rogues. At night, your ears are often better than your eyes at recognizing danger. That's why rogues listen first and then act. Perception is a critical skill for social situations. You can learn a great deal by what others say, particularly when they don't know you are listening. We get excellent practice for our listening skills in this class because you, sir, always say such important and interesting things. Yes, Sean did just describe Batman. I hope that all of you listen as carefully as Herr Saucy. Your assignment for the rest of today is to practice the way of the Fledermaus and use your listening skills. Be aware of noise and its source. Sound can be your first warning of oncoming danger. Evening is an ideal time for listening at doors. People are more likely to gather for conversations at that time. Try not to be too obvious about it, particularly when you are listening at doors. Keep in mind rule number 6. Don't get caught. Class dismissed. A perception boost. Rule number 6 is whatever you do, don't get caught. There is a way to guess that correctly on the first day, but of course I didn't take it because it wasn't consistent with trying to be the good little suck-up. Still got... I back up to 4 tasks, but eavesdropping is easy. Been doing it anyway. Still got to work on my lockpicking. Still got to get Leo his bone back. And got to make more money. That's not happening. Let's get the gossip going here. Alas, poor Cesare has been rather testy since his little tete-a-tete with Esme the other night. It clearly did not go well for him. I was wondering if perhaps you know what it was that displeased him so. Saucy's in a bad mood? How can you tell? He's always in a bad mood around me. Must be my winning personality. Cesare and I are dorm mates. He can be most unpleasant when he is displeased. Saucy can be most unpleasant when he's pleased, too. That's part of his charm. What did Saucy have to say about his meeting with Esme? Cesare will not speak of the matter, but he is very angry, and perhaps a little bit afraid. Afraid? What would Saucy be afraid of? Of that I do not know. I had hoped you had more information on the matter than I have. Perhaps if you speak with Esme, she will reveal what happened at that meeting. Afraid. Curious. So what's new in your store today? I have a very fine throwing dagger that I will be willing to sell to you. It is perfectly balanced and sharpened to a razor's edge. It could be most useful for you, don't you think? Yeah, no. Thanks, Joel. Let's, listen at some doors. I think that Katie is talking to someone on the other side of the room. I've got to go investigate that. You're not very good at throwing daggers, are you? No, I've never thrown one before coming here. So why are you bothering to practice? You're not a sneaky dagger sort of person. You really don't fit in with the rest of us losers. I don't think anyone in this class is a loser. Maybe we don't fit in with the other students here, but that doesn't mean we can't be heroes. And yes, so maybe I'm not as skilled at daggers or fighting as most of you in class, but I'm learning. I won't stop learning until I've mastered all the skills this class teaches. Way to make the poor kid feel bad, Katie. Hi, Thomas. Don't let Katie discourage you, Thomas. I'm sure you'll get better. He can hardly get worse. You have to give Thomas some credit, Katie. He may have a lousy throwing arm, but he's not giving up. Maybe someday he'll even manage to hit the target. So why are you in this class instead of the paladin class? Did you fail the holier-than-thou requirement? Paladins aren't holier-than-thou. If anything, paladins tend to be too humble, and Lady Moira here is very kind and sweet. If I work hard enough to impress Master von Ewald with my diligence, maybe he'll recommend that I transfer to the paladin classes. Your determination is inspiring. Or maybe that's tiring? Either way, I'll leave you to it. Goodbye. Thomas really struggles a little bit here. Yeah. Are you trying to encourage Thomas or discourage him? Neither, really. I just don't get why he tries so hard. If I can't make it in the disbarred bards class, then I don't deserve to be at this school. So I'm doing my best to fit in. Don't discourage Thomas, Katie. Without him, how else are we going to know when Master von Ewald wants us to make cockroaches out of all of us? Someone's got to translate the Germanish jargon for us. If I were as bad as you are at throwing things, Thomas, I would have quit trying to throw things years ago. I'm impressed with your stubbornness. My father always said to do your best at whatever you do. I'm trying to live up to his standards. How did you learn to throw so well? I'm a woman and I worked in an inn, so I got to be good at defending myself. You get mighty handy at swinging a chair leg or dodging a pinch. With a thrown mug, I can hit a drunken brawler at 15 feet. See you around, I guess. Yeah, see you later. That reminds me, I should check out this bulletin board over here. I'd better read all of these. They're probably very important or they wouldn't be posted here. Hint, hint, hint. Oh, it's the 6 rules again. I'm beginning to think they want us to know these. Rule 1, there is no rogue class. That must be the one I'm not in. Rule 2, you do not speak a rogue class. What class is that? Rule 3, you will demonstrate proper respect for authority in the authority's presence. Got it. Lick boots, but only when they're looking. Rule 4, thou shalt not steal from the school or classmates, although short-term borrowing without permission is acceptable. Short-term as in the rest of the school term? Rule 5, this is a school for heroes, act appropriately. Okay, gotta act like a hero, don't need to be one. Rule 6, above all, don't get caught. I've already blown that one, I'd better be more careful next time. It says it's the rules for the throwing knife station. Throw knives only at the dagger targets. Darn, and here I was thinking that Sosie would make a fine target. To properly throw a knife, hold it by the heaviest end. Huh, I thought you held it by the pointy end. Focus upon your future success and not upon your past failure. Okay, right. That's easy to say and much harder to do. There are 4 aspects to a perfect throw. Balanced stance, a smooth swing, a clean release, and a clear follow-through. No mention of the knife. I guess if you can learn to throw the crummy knives here, you can throw anything. There are various rules for using the equipment, like, please do not leave the equipment drenched in your perspiration. A towel is the most massively useful thing a hero you trainee can have, and yet the shop doesn't stock them. There are various rules for using the equipment, like, management is not responsible for splinters or slivers from the barbell rack. And there's a lot more of those. I'm not going to keep reading all of them because I got places to go, things to do, Turks to dodge, you know. I know I should have brought a towel, but I didn't know I was going to be coming here. You know what, let's see if the teacher's in. A small sign next to the door says the instructor is in. You may enter. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? I just wanted to learn a little more about this class. What's the reward for becoming Rogue of the Year? You mean besides having the respect and adulation of your peers? The Rogue of the Year will be in contention for the coveted position of Student of the Year, competing with students of all the other classes. That's it? You seem underwhelmed by such an esteemed honor. As long as I've earned your respect, who cares about anything else? Flattery is a useful tool for a rogue. I am gratified to see that you are practicing your skills. I do love that if you say something totally egregiously suck-uppy, he consistently likes it, not because he believes it, but because you're behaving in a roguish way. How am I expected to buy things like lockpicks and books when I'm restricted to staying inside the castle? There is an activity of which you may not be aware. It is called work. This is where you do something in order to earn money. Does he believe it from Sophia, though? That's a question, actually. I believe that Chef Kina can always use some assistance in the dining hall and kitchen. Why is it that a group of rogues are expected to follow the rules? Aren't rogues supposed to break rules? They are more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules. However, if you deliberately break rules, you had better be prepared to face the consequences. The rules are good. I want to do everything I can to fit into the disbarred bards class, sir. I do not doubt your abilities to be a rogue, Herr O'Connor. Seeing as we're supposed to do good deeds and act heroic at this school, is there anything I can do for you? You know, some favor or task in order to curry favor and earn brownie points? At the moment, the only thing I need from you is to take this class seriously and study your lessons. Impress me by what you do for yourself, rather than by what you can do for me. I do not award brownie points in this class. Thank you for your time. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, then. Return to your studies. So, the challenging thing about time management in this game is that there are lots of like little sort of mini story arcs that you can either get or miss depending on who you decide to talk to on a given day. I think I should save because I'm about to do some higher level Turk dodging. Trying to get to the Hall of Heroes without being spotted. Ha! I rule. Let's see if we can do anything about Leo's bone. Darn, no good. Still locked. I better not try that again today. Someone might catch me. I'll come back after I've had more lockpicking practice. Fine, be that way. Let's listen to this door on the way out. I can hear someone moving around in the Great Hall. It's probably just Turk. He's going to catch me for sure on this time. Connor! Don't run in the hallways! I'm not running, sir. I'm sneaking. Let's pop over and do our bit of card playing. Get the old luck up slightly. Yay! Look at my stats. They're so not good. Yeah, Sean's tired. He's gonna be tired all day. Because he went to bed at midnight instead of at 11:59. Let's pop in and see Sophia. Sounds like someone's slamming shut a desk drawer. How's it going, honey? Hi, Sophia. Well, if it isn't my favorite Ginger come to call. Hello, honey. Heard anything interesting lately? That depends. What information do you have for me? Let's talk about Joel. One of my classmates is Joel Kiro. That weasel. Running a black market right in the halls of the school, and no one stops him. His father was a known criminal in Silmaria. I don't know why they let him into this school. I'll see you later. I do look forward to our little meetings, cutie. Yeah, Sophia's gossiping is interesting. And I don't have much more time to study stuff here before dinner. So actually, let's pop over to the rec room again and work on one of my most important stats, which is gaming. We'll play some billiards. This is my cue to rack up a little practice time. Just need to hit this at the right angle. Well, every little bit of practice helps, so they say. My stomach's starting to growl. Better hurry off to the dining hall sometime soon. Yeah, I remember there was a behind the scenes on pun construction that Corey Cole sent out sometime during one of the Kickstarter updates for the game. Quite a lot of effort was spent on the puns in this game. Listen at the door. Go through the door. We got a little bit of time. Let's pop in and say hi to Lady Moira. Because there's nothing like let's see if I can hear anything now. I can hear someone moving around in there, but not much else. Good day to you, Sean. I hope you're enjoying your lessons and finding your way around the castle now. Hi, Lady Moira. So why did you become a paladin instructor? I mean, when it comes to paladins, you usually see knights in armor with great big, mucking flaming swords. Oh, I'm a paladin and I do have a sword. However, it seems a bit silly to carry it when I'm teaching first aid or healing someone's injuries. We don't have many calls for righteous justice at this university, thank goodness. Does your sword really catch on fire? My sword does glow with mystical flames when I wield it in battle, but it doesn't really fire. It's just magic created by my will and my faith in the cause that I serve. It's hard to think of you as some fierce warrior. You're pretty. Ah, aren't you a charmer? May the time never come here where you need to see me as a paladin, Sean. It would be nice to have some peace for a while. This being an adventure game, of course, it's just going to be peaceful and boring and nothing but lessons. Let's ask a charming question about school. This is a very interesting place to be. I'm glad I came here. That's not a question. 'Tis good to hear it, Sean. I'm sure that there are people here who would rather see you gone, but don't let them stop you from becoming the hero you are meant to be. Is there something I can do for you to help? I'm trying to understand this hero business, and I guess that helping others is a big part of it. Indeed, even the smallest of kindnesses can make a big difference in the world. 'Tis fine of you to ask. If you happen to speak to the shopkeeper Gregor on the next day, please ask him when we are getting that shipment of linen cloth for making bandages in first aid class. Alright. Sure, I'll be happy to do that for you. Thank you. We'll be needing the linen shortly for class. Of all the places I've seen in the castle, this is the nicest. That's clearly because you are so friendly, you warm up the whole room. That's sweet of you to say so, Sean. It's clear that you're a charmer. I'll see you later. Take care of yourself, Sean. There are specific characters I will not flirt with, but part of being charming is flirting outrageously with everyone, apparently, so that's what I'm doing. Let's see if I can pop in and ask Gregor that question before the dinner bell goes. I hear an echoing silence as if dozens of stairs are waiting expectantly for my tread. Moira basically likes being talked to. Like, she's super, super easy to connect with. So is Gregor. Good afternoon, young master. How may Gregor serve you? Lady Moira wants to know when you're getting in some linen cloth for her first aid class.
Gregor is very sorry that the cloth has not yet come. Gregor does not want to disappoint Lady Moira. Gregor can assure Lady Moira that the cloth will come tomorrow, even if Gregor has to go all the way to Caligari to get it. Gregor will be sure to get the cloth to Lady Moira personally.
Thanks, Gregor. I'll let her know.
Thank you, Master Sean. Gregor tries very hard to be the best school storekeeper that Gregor can.
Bye for now.
Gregor will miss Master Sean until the good master returns once more to make Gregor smile. Be happy and be safe, Master Sean.
Now, while I'm here, I think I can afford some proper lockpicks.
Very nice, Master Sean.
I'm starving. I need to find the dining hall before it closes. The best part of this school is the all-you-can-eat suppers. Alright, let's go grab an apple and make some money. You are the apple of my eye, or perhaps my belly. Ik abo, Mr. Sean Sean.
Hi.
How are things going for you today? Things go well as usual. Esse, Master Sean Sean, thank you. You have some work for me to do? There is much work for you to do. Let us get started. What a mess. Hey, he's getting paid for it. You do good work, Master Sean Sean. Good job. I'll be seeing you later. Maui Laipe, Mr. Sean Sean.
Bye-bye.
Barely paid, but since I'm not going and killing things in the dungeon, I do kind of need the extra income at this stage in the game. There is a point after which it becomes much, much easier, but we're a ways from that. Alright. I think it's time to go get in some listening at doors and lockpicking practice. I mean, it's hard if you're killing things too, because you kill a few of them and then have to run because, you know, you die easy early in the game. But, yeah, money will become much less of an issue after the first Poobah game, probably. I can't hear anyone talking in the room right now. Eavesdrop on Thomas, even though I know there's not going to be anything. I don't hear anything, but Thomas has this room to himself, so I'm not too surprised. And listen to this door. I can't hear anything now. Okay, so that did absolutely no good, but it's me being thorough. And also my practice eavesdropping quest went away at some point. Okay, let's actually let's go pick some locks. I should head up in time to chat with Aeolus before bedtime. Listen at this door. Don't hear anything. Not surprised. I'm in. And let's examine this lock. Looks like a pretty basic lock. Okay, he's finally figured out more than just that it's a lock. This is good. This is progress. Let's practice our lockpicking to make more progress. My knees are getting tired. Got another good hour of practice in here. Let's do it. All it takes is a light touch. So my tool use is at 24, which I don't actually remember what the threshold is for getting the thing open, but I think getting there. We're getting there. Let's go see what our love-struck friend has to say. I think it's day 5 here, so I think what I want to do on this run is try to actually get through the full first week. And then I'll be back at some other time to continue after that. Someone left a letter for you on your bed. He's not so cheerful. This letter is worn and faded like it was written years ago, and it's written to my mother. Dear Nora, you have my deepest sympathy for the loss of Donald. He was the best of brothers and the best of friends to me. There's not a moment goes by that I'm not thinking of him. If you need any help with anything, feel free to ask me. I'll always be here for you and Donald's boy. Your loving brother-in-law, Seamus O'Connor. I didn't know I had an Uncle Seamus. My mother never talked about him. I don't even really remember my father. So another mysterious letter that leaves me more questions than answers, as if I didn't have enough questions already. Alright, how's it going, Aeolus? What's new? How are things going with you? I'm still working up my nerve to ask her tomorrow. I'm writing notes on what to say so that I don't bite my tongue when I open my mouth. Don't worry, Aeolus. You're a great performer. You'll do fine. You know that the sooner you talk to Sophia, the better you'll feel. Yeah, I know. I'll talk to her tomorrow after I get out of class. Good luck with Sophia. You'll do great. What do you know about this letter on my bed? It was on your bed when I came back from supper. I assumed you'd left it there. It's weird. This letter isn't to me. It's to my mother from some uncle I'd never even heard of before. I think it was written years ago after my father died when I was a baby. So who would put an old letter on your bed? I don't know, but I'd like to find out. Sweet dreams, Aeolus. I'll dream of Sophia. Nothing could be sweeter than she is. Alright, let's get some sleep so that we aren't yawning all day tomorrow. What? Huh? I'm awake, I'm awake. As I was saying, we have spent the past couple of weeks discussing the skills, tools, and techniques of being a rogue. You might be wondering when we are going to discuss the role of a rogue in society. Why be a rogue? What's in it for me? Excellent questions. However, rather than philosophy, we are here to discuss the practical. Today you will learn of the way of Godot. Does anyone know the fable of the little man on the stairs? No, not even you, Thomas. I know a nursery rhyme about a man on the stairs, but I've never heard of a fable by that name. Then recite the nursery rhyme, please. Yesterday, upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away. What is the lesson of the man on the stairs, Fräulein McMichael? Sounds like nonsense to me. How come we'll meet a man who isn't there? Precisely. The way of Godot is the art of not being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Being a rogue isn't about being in the middle of battle or exhorting a crowd to glory. A rogue watches the battle from a safe overview and sends messages to the commander about the enemy's positions. A rogue stands on the edge of the crowd and whispers to others to shout words of encouragement. When there is trouble, the rogue slips into the shadows away from danger. Our job is not to be the obvious heroes. Obvious heroes get killed. Our job is to slip away and fight another day. If there is danger, then don't stand around just waiting for trouble to find you. Avoid conflict by sticking to the shadows, listening carefully, sneaking to another hiding spot. The rule is, don't get caught. What's this got to do with Godot? No matter how long you wait for Godot, you will never see him, because he is not there. He is always somewhere else. So what is the way of Godot, Herr O'Connor? I'll be cautious. The way of Godot is an object lesson that we shouldn't be the man on the stair who gets caught. That is a reasonable interpretation, yes. Consider the ramifications of the way of Godot and put them into practice. However, this does not extend to the cutting of class. I expect you to be here every day. Tomorrow we will be having a test upon the lessons you have learnt. Prepare yourselves. I expect all of you to do well. I will not disappoint you, Master. I will do very well on the test.
Very good, Herr Saucy. I expect all of you to do well.
Klasse entlassen. Got a task from that. Let's go back to 5 tasks. I just need to drop in on Moira. And apparently still have to learn to pick locks. So that I can do something about the poor puppy. Hi, Joel. Really nothing new there. My only option is to say goodbye. I'm going to do a little lockpicking practice, I think. I don't hear anything. I'm in. Let's go to locker. Oh, this looks like a good locker. This says locker 4. Looks like a pretty basic lock. Let's practice our lockpicking for an hour. This one seems trickier than most. Okay, tool use is getting up there. It's getting up there. Let's take another hour there. And then go for a walk. I think I'm getting this. Hooray, we're over 30. That is probably enough to get a little bit more done. So got like half an hour before the dinner bell. Let's dodge Turk here. The daily grind in action. Listen to that door. Nothing going on. There's never anything going on in the rec room in the daytime. But it never hurts to listen. Practice my card theory here. It's the early dinner bell. Which means I still have time to go and report to Moira. After the first dinner bell, Turk is not in the hall again until 10. I don't hear anything, which means Turk is not pacing, which I totally just said, so pretend I didn't say that, so we learned it there. Listen to the door on the way past. It's awfully loud in there. Sounds like dinner's already started. Well, that's just groovy for them. I'm still going to head over to the infirmary and let's see if I can hear anything now. I can hear someone moving around in there, but not much else. Who could it be? Well, welcome back. It's so nice to see that you are well and healthy. Most of the students who come in here are in need of some first aid. Yes, Moira, I am healthy and I have news for you. I asked Gregor about the cloth shipment for you. He said that it would be in soon and he would deliver it to you personally. Thank you, Sean. I knew that Gregor would be counted upon, but I was afraid the shipment might arrive too late for the first aid class. It's good to know that it'll be here on schedule. It was kind of you to go out of your way for this favor. If there's anything else you need, I'd be happy to do it for you. If you're in for another favor, I'll be needing some ingredients for making up some healing salve. I could use 5 fresh red roses from the courtyard. You'll need to be quite picky about it. Only the brightest and nicest will do for the salve. So don't just grab any rose willy-nilly. I'd really appreciate it if you could get them to me soon. Okay, I'll be happy to get some roses for you, Lady Moira. Thank you, Sean. That'll be very kind of you. Let's see. Yeah, we can ask her some questions. You're a paladin. Shouldn't you be out slaying dragons or something more heroic than healing wounds and teaching students? Seems like it's kind of a waste of your skills. There's more to being a paladin than killing things. There's also more to being a teacher than lectures and quizzes. My job here is to inspire, to protect, and to help others become the best that they can be. So do students often get hurt around here? Well, between slices, bruises, and the occasional broken bone from the warriors, the explosion burns from the scientists, and the cuts of the culinary students, the infirmary sees a lot of patients. And that's just from normal classroom practice. Once they get out of the castle to do field work, I'll be seeing many more combat-related injuries. As a matter of fact, your disbarred bards seem to be the best at staying out of trouble and taking care of themselves. I hope that all your visits to the infirmary are social ones. So do I. Are all paladins as pretty as you are? You could convert a villain to a hero just by smiling at him. Would that it was so easy to convert villains. You're gifted with blarney, you are, Sean. I'll be going now, but you don't mind me coming back just to talk, do you? Is it really for Solve, or does she just want Sean to bring her flowers? Ah, good question. Come by any day if you want someone to talk to. Come by if you want to take the first aid elective and learn how to heal yourself and others. I'll be here. Alright, don't think we got time to actually go pick those flowers. So let's just go to dinner. So clearly that means Gregor is a chatty, natty ratty who eats fatty, dratty patties. Ugh! The very idea of eating drats is revolting. Speaking of which, Esme, are you still hunting drats for Gregor? He's good, easy money. Just sounds too dirty and nasty to me. And fighting gogs and sea drats and sea caves is better? Hey, at least I can wash off after every fight. Everyone, clean up your place and leave. Dinner time is over. He's such a nice guy. Go see if I can get some money here. And also, of course, an apple a day. How many apples do I have here? I have 6. Can never have too many apples. Ik abo, Mr. Shanshan. Hi. How are things going for you today? Same dialogue, but she likes it, so I'll keep asking. Do you have some work for me to do? There is much work for you to do. Let us get started. Apple a day keeps the darkness away. Exactly. Well, I guess it's better than doing accounting. You do good work, Master Shanshan. Good job. I'll be seeing you later. Mare Laipe, Mr. Shanshan. Bye-bye. I don't want to keep the paladin away. I'm flirting with her to bring my charm up. It's important. Let's listen to doors real quick. I think I hear people talking behind that door. I hear people talking. Aye, that's the right of it, Sylvia. For my first aid elective class, sure, and I'll be teaching a mix of practical skills and medical theory. I'm going to be showing them medicinal plants and remedies from the garden. We'll be making healing bandages and potions down in the infirmary. It's all very practical. It's sad that there are people with too little magical ability to be wizards. That's why I am starting the Magic for Mundanes class. I want to teach these unfortunate individuals a few minor spells so that they can have the thrill of working with magic. Then we can work rituals together to make some runes so that they can have powerful spells at their side. I'm sure they'll like that. Dr. von Braun, what are you planning to teach for your electives course? Why, science, of course!
It will be a series of lectures on chemistry and alchemical theory and practical application,
Oh boy, lectures. I get enough of that from the master.
culminating with the creation of bombs, explosives, and incendiary material for the students to experiment with in their own time. They will experience the true joy of science!
Fires and explosives, bombs. Oh my. Maybe I can learn the joy of science after all. I think I hear someone talking in the next room. Curious. I can't make out the words, but someone is talking in the room. Alright, let's see if we can sneakily sneak in. And Thomas is over by the sea serpent statue. He's talking with someone, but I don't see anyone else there. I don't hear anyone else's voice either. Who's he talking to? I'll have to be sneaky if I want to find out. I think what I'll do here is hide behind the statue, perhaps. Maybe. Let's try it. This is a good listening point. Huh. How do you think I figured that out? I don't understand it, sir. I thought the other students here would really want to be heroes. Why else would they come to a school for heroes? However, my classmates all seem to be here for personal gain or to learn thief skills. They don't care about helping others or making the world a better place. Maybe it's just the rogues that don't care. Oh, that's interesting. Now that we've eavesdropped, oh, hello, Sean. Let's go, find out what's going on here. Hi, Thomas. What brings you up here so late in the day? Oh, I was just scouting around the castle. I didn't expect to see you here. I figured you spent all your time either studying in the library, practicing in the practice room, or reading in your bedroom. You seem like the studious type. So what are you doing here this late at night? I guess I just find this room to be very peaceful this time of night, so I come here to relax before going to bed. So what is this place all about? This room, I mean. This is the common room for the paladin class. It's dedicated to Darla, one of the first paladins to graduate from the School for Heroes in Silmaria. I gather she's a bard as well as a paladin, since she plays the violin. She has dedicated her life to protecting animals and bringing the joy of music into people's lives. Darla isn't a storybook paladin, fighting dragons and rescuing people in distress, but she's still very much a hero. I really admire her. Cool. Good night, Thomas. Good night, Sean. I will see you tomorrow in class. Yes, I look forward to seeing you there. Maybe afterwards you can explain to me whatever it is that the master said in class. If anyone understands the master, it'll be you. Alright, cool. That's eavesdropping for the day. At least eavesdropping in this part of the castle for the day. Let's go see about... Try again to get that bomb, shall we? I wonder if I can hear anything now. I guess no one's in the Hall of Heroes right now. Let's try to pick this lock. Got it! Hooray! Gonna snag this bone. I think I know someone who might enjoy having this back. And let's go see if we can help Leo. I don't hear anyone out in the Great Hall right now. Good. My perception went up, which is better. Oh, while I'm walking through, there's a rose bush over here. Let's see, perfect roses. Well, that one looks nice. This other one looks fine. The rest look a little past their prime, so these two roses are good enough to give to Moira. Alright, and there's another one. Well, let's stop and check out this gazebo, actually. This looks like a good place for all the students to come to gossip. I mean, to exchange ideas and concepts in a pleasant, stress-free setting. Or a romantic place to cuddle, and if one were into such things. Some of the stones on the floor look a bit loose. Wait, there's a trap door here. Now, why would someone put this here if they didn't want it looked into? Oof, well that's no good. I think it's locked from the other side. Now, this option I have to do. Better not, it might waken and eat me. What, surely you know the story of Eric and the Dread Gazebo. It's terrifying. We won't relax in the gazebo because we have too many things to do here. But let's snip around here and see about getting some roses. Okay, let's see if I can find a few good roses here for Moira. There's a nice one. This one is just about perfect. This one's pretty good, so there are 3 roses to give her. And she wanted 5, so that means that between the 2 rose bushes, I conveniently got exactly the right number. Let's listen to the library door. It's quiet in there. Too quiet. But then again, aren't all libraries? See if there's anything interesting in the book here. Yes, there are a couple of new pages to read. Veliana, Mortwai, and Aquino intoned the last words of the ritual of closing as Sir Hans, Sir Janus, and Wim fought valiantly to drive the Dark One back to the Chaos Realm. Suddenly, Gorgoloth reached out a tentacle and seized Veliana. As it dragged her toward the gate, it fed upon her soul. With a mighty spell, Mortwai blasted the tentacle, tearing it asunder. Sir Jamus and Sir Hans closed the gate, banishing the Dark One back to the Chaos Realm. But Veliana lay lifeless upon the ritual floor in a pool of ichor. Despite the power of Mortwai's magic and Sir Jamus's faith, they could not restore the Seeress' soul. And that's all I can read right now. At least, let me know if they saved Veliana. Not all heroic tales have happy endings. I'm not saying that Veliana's story has any sort of connection to anything else written by the people who wrote this. I'm just going to point out that her name kind of rhymes with somebody's who kind of, sort of has a not dissimilar backstory from Quest for Glory. Strange coincidence. Alright, let's give the dog a bone. Here, Leo, I've got your... Let's take a moment to look at the cute picture here. It's doggy. Okay. Oh, hey, guess you really missed that bone. Down, boy, down. Ghost likes tickle. Where'd he go? And where'd the bone go? Oh, so that's what happened to the bone. Hope you're happy now, Leo. Let's take a look now. Now Leo looks very happy. Still here panting, but no whining. Happy puppy. That feels good. Alright. We're pretty much out of day here. But let's nip over to the rec room real quick. I can hear several people speaking, something about games. You are very good at darts. Yeah, well, we had a dartboard at our inn. I used to play darts with my father's sailors when I was younger. I practiced a lot to get as good as they were. Alright, so set up in the rec room right now is we got these two, let's call them gentlemen for want of a better word, down here. Let's say hi to Cesare, shall we? Care to test your meager gaming skills against mine? How is it that a man of your rank and stature gets stuck here at this school with the likes of me? Isn't this a bit below you? Yes, being stuck at the school is an insult to a person of nobility, but we endure what we must. You will never know the machinations behind why I'm here, so do not ask. What games do you like to play in the rec room? I am very good at everything I play. Would you like to see how a master at billiards plays? Try challenging me to the sport. I'll see you tomorrow. Perhaps so, but I can always hope for the best. He's such a nice guy. Cesare is rather disappointed in you, Mr. O'Connor. What are you, Susie's personal servant or something? Cesare is my roommate and my friend. I would like to be your friend as well, Mr. O'Connor. That's why I thought to give you a little suggestion that you might wish to make friends with Cesare also. He is a most important person. What makes Sosie so special? The Sosie family is one of great power and influence in the land of Sicilia. It is always wise to have friends in high places. You seem like a very nice guy, Joel. Well, unfortunately, Sosie is a bit of an all-around jerk. What games do you like best here? I have little interest in playing darts. Billiards is an interesting game, one I have yet to master. Gambling is unfortunately discouraged at the school, and card games are rather boring without it. Fortunately, we do play Poobah almost weekly here. That game of chance and intrigue is definitely my favorite. I'll see you later. Indeed you shall, Mr. O'Connor.
Curfew! Out of here at once! This recreation will cease. Everyone return to your dorm room immediately. I will be watching you.
Man, I shouldn't have talked to the ones I don't like as well first.
I spoke to Sophia. She just wants to be friends.
Oh no, poor Aeolus. Kill Turk instead of... Yeah, okay, that's better. There's no reason you have to choose a favorite person to subtly murder at some point. Written any good songs lately?
I did write this one today. I lost my heart in Caligari. I love her. I always will. Where her bright fluorescent hair makes me long to be there. I want to stare into her eyes. Paradise. My heart waits there in Caligari behind the desk of the reception room. If I can't win your love, dear Sophia, I'll pine away in grief and gloom.
Well, look at it this way. I'm sure you'll be getting a good grade in songwriting class. So Sophia didn't fall in love with you. It's not the end of the world as we know it. Give it some time and you'll feel fine. I think it's time I had some time alone. Get some sleep. You'll feel better tomorrow. I can never see tomorrow, for I was never told about the sorrow. How can I mend a broken heart? This loser can never win. Very poetic, very tedious. Well, let's see if I can listen to any doors since I missed having all the combos. I can't hear anyone talking in this room right now. I know I won't hear anyone in Thomas's, but it's worth listening. I can't hear anything there. Okay. Cool. No problem. But it is kind of getting late and I have a test tomorrow. So, what I clearly need to do is do some cramming. Let's study the lockpicking book. Let's see if I can understand how to pick locks a little more. Alright, let's get our sleep here. Tomorrow's a big day.
It is now time for your first exam. I trust you all studied your lessons carefully. This means, of course, that you should have practiced your stealth and perception skills in addition to your books and notes. One learns by doing. You will have 3 hours to complete the test. You will spend the remaining class time in the practice room polishing your skills. You will then have no class on the following day in order to recover from your ordeal.
I actually have several tattoos. I can't really show that on the stream, but yeah. Which statement is false about the way of the Küchenschabe? One should assess the situation before taking action. One should go out of their way to avoid dangerous situations. One should look around for useful places to hide. Always listen carefully for the sounds of movement or other cues that foes might be present, or all of the above. The correct answer... Okay. Assessing the situation before taking action is true. Looking around for useful places to hide, he mentioned that multiple times. Listening carefully also came up. So the one that is not true is going out of your way to avoid dangerous situations. That's not really the focus of it. So, question 2. When trouble approaches, what should be your first action? Draw your weapon and prepare for action. Look around for someone else to blame for my actions. Watch from a concealed place to observe the trouble. Go up and properly introduce yourself, or all of the above. It is the way of the bat, but it's also... It ends up being hooked in with the way of the cockroach as well. Watching from a concealed place is the first thing we should do in sign of trouble. Which of the following is a rogue's tool? Chalk, a lockpick, a flask of oil, a rope, or all of the above? This is really far too obvious. What is the best way to use a throwing knife? Aha! Stab your enemy with it. Hold it by the blade. Hold the knife by the heaviest part. Aim carefully and throw the knife slowly, or all of the above. And because I read that notice in the practice room, I happen to know that holding the knife by the heaviest part is important. What's the best way to get out of trouble? Charm your way out with a mixture of fast talk and flattery. Use a rope and grapnel to climb up to the top of the building and running along the rooftops. Figure out the cause of the conflict and find a solution to the problem, or avoid getting into trouble in the first place, or all of the above. I'm gonna go with avoid getting into trouble in the first place. What is one tool that all rogues must put to good use? Their lockpicks, their brain, their rope and grapnel, their good looks, their diploma from Hero U. If this were Quest for Glory 5, it would be 5. However, in this case, it's 2. Why is this class called the Disbarred Bards? If we called ourselves rogues, everyone would call us rouges. If we called ourselves rogues, everyone else would be jealous. So the modern media doesn't do an expose on the rogues of Hero U. It's hard to be subtle when you wave a red flag, or all of the above. I'm gonna go with it's hard to be subtle when you wave a red flag. Question number 8. What is the best reason to show respect to Master von Uvald? The Master is an authority figure and we should always show respect to authority is wrong, because we're only supposed to show them respect when they're present. It's in the rules. One does not go out of his or her way to provoke a wolf. If I do not show proper respect for the Master, I'll be kicked out of Hero U. If one wishes to suck up properly, all of the above is the correct answer. Well, as we've established, all of the above is not the correct answer, because the first one is wrong. Also, there's nothing actually about not showing respect meaning being kicked out. And it's in the rules does not apply because, as I mentioned, the rule is about when authority figures are present. Therefore, by process of elimination, it's 3. In the way of the Fledermaus, what is the primary skill utilized? Agility, moxie, perception, charm, or all of the above? Perception. How does one become Rogue of the Year? One goes out of his or her way to make friends and influence people. You do what you can to suck up to the Master. You practice your skills and learn all the lessons. You pay more than just lip service to the notion of becoming a hero. Or all of the above. All of the above. I took a test. Alright, so that means that what is left to do today and for the stream is going to be I'll do some practicing training, walking around and talking to people that fun stuff. And I hope the quiz today did not greatly disturb you. The master frequently tests our wits and knowledge. This is just the first of the written exams. Will you be joining us tonight in the recreation room after dinner for a few rounds of poobah? It should be most amusing. And play poobah. The master... So that test... The tests get even more sort of... You have to actually be paying attention and exploring and so forth to figure out what the answers to the questions on the tests are. And sometimes it's still a matter of, well, it could be this one or this one. So in that sense, it's a very realistic academic setting. Let's chat with Joel here. So what are you planning on doing on our day off? I will be spending the day enjoying the sights and sounds of Caligari. I'll take the opportunity to restock my supplies. How well do you think you did on the test? It was merely a simple quiz and not particularly difficult. I take these disbarred bard lessons very seriously. You never know when they might be useful for one's survival. What of you, Mr. O'Connor? How did you enjoy the quiz? Let's be amusing. It was a piece of cake, a fruit cake. It was hard to swallow, nutty, and left an unpleasant taste in my mouth. Is there a poobah game tonight? We have a regular poobah game on the nights of tests to relax and have fun. It would be very good to have you join us for it. Got anything new in your store? I am adding a small pouch of sleeping powder. It is a most useful way to avoid confrontation with hostiles. Simply throw it at someone who is not yet engaged in combat, and he will fall asleep for a short while. You can safely sneak past him without awakening him. Alas, it is not particularly effective once you've injured your opponent. Heard anything interesting lately? I was up late last night, exploring some of the more remote sections of the castle when I sensed that I was not alone. I went into hiding, and who do you think I saw sneaking around? Miss Sourpuss Miranda. It seems our receptionist has an unusual skill set for a receptionist. One that includes picking locks and stealth. That's interesting. Alright, I'll try to make it to the poobah game tonight. It will be a pleasure to see you there. Miranda, a disbarred bard with that gossiping and flirtation and all of that persuasive undercover. Nah. We're killing Joel too now? Oh boy. Let's listen at the door here. Not hearing anyone. Okay, I think I am going to do a little bit of practice here. I'll walk the tightrope once, or try to. Gotta get that climbing up. Oh, Sosie, sure. Sosie, I'm cool with stabbing. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure if Sosie can sneak. I think he might have Joel do it for him. That's, Is this what they mean by getting a higher education? Alright, gonna do some Doesn't sound like anything's going on in the rec room right now. And I like that the chat is basically the place to talk about how much Sosie sucks. Like, this is a suitable use of a Twitch channel. I have to learn not to make the same mistakes over and over. Ah, good point. Moira needs her roses. Unfortunately, Turk's still in there. So... let's, actually, let's go back into the rec room and do, like, some pool or something. Hey, you never know, something might be going on. You know, Sosie could be a vampire. I don't think we ever actually see him out of doors. This is my cue to rack up a little practice time. Come on, the pocket is your home. Well, every little bit of practice helps, so they say. Alright, listening to this door. Don't hear anything. And there's the dinner bell, so in fact there is now nobody pacing the hall. Yay. Let's see if I can hear anything now. I can hear someone moving around in there, but not much else. 'Tis a pleasure to see you so hale and hearty, Sean. Hi, Moira. Here's your roses. I brought you the roses you asked me to get for you. Why, thank you, Sean. They're perfect. Seems a shame to pull them all to pieces to make the salve, but they will help heal a wound someday. Here, take this magical bandage to use if you ever are injured. Thank you for the bandages. Let me know if I can do anything else for you. Well then, as long as you're offering, I need to send some more bandages down to Chef Kenai to use in the kitchen. Would you be a dearling and take them to her? Of course! Here then, please take these 5 bandages to her. Her students sometimes get a little carried away with their carving skills. How did you become a paladin? Doesn't seem like an easy job to get into. I once thought that paladins were just the stuff of bards, songs, and fairy tales until the day I met one. He was every bit my dream of a paladin, kind, brave, and seeking justice for people he'd never even met. I helped him when he was sorely hurt and near death. He told me that I myself was a paladin, even though I'd never lifted a sword in my life. He asked me to help him save others, and of course I said yes. I would have followed him into Hades if he'd asked me to. Did you love him? That I did, with all my heart. Alas, he had already given his heart and hand to someone who was more worthy of his devotion than I will ever be. May not have found my one true love, but I did gain a calling and a future unlike any that I'd dreamed. Well, on that subject, maybe you and I could spend a little time together doing something you like to do. That sounds like a fine idea. Sign up for the first aid class elective and I can teach you how to heal yourself and make bandages. I really like teaching people to take care of themselves. I'll see you later. Take care of yourself, Sean. I'm not taking the first aid elective because if I'm not fighting things, I won't need much healing. Let's listen at the door. Sounds like dinner's already started. Okay. Let's go get some dinner. Man, that test today was brutal. I really had to think the answers to the questions, as opposed to studying for the test beforehand. I did not see you studying, Katie. Of course not. I'm just giving Sean a hard time. Wouldn't want him to get too cocky around here. I found the test challenging and interesting. It was not like any test I've ever had. I agree with Sean. The test was not good. Well, cheer up, everyone. We can relax and enjoy ourselves now. After all, it's Pooh-Bah tonight. Maybe we can all get rich by winning Sosie's money and wiping the smirk off his face. Maybe you will join us in the rec room tonight, Sean? We will be happy to win your money.
Alright, everyone, time to go. Clean up behind yourselves. 10 demerits for everyone who leaves a mess behind them. Connor, I want to see you in my office immediately.
What's the matter, Connor? Did your demerits catch up with you already?
I'm surprised you haven't been kicked out of the school by now. You are a troublemaker. I knew that from the moment I saw you. However, it seems you've attracted the attention of someone who is very interested in you. He's contacted me to ask you a question. Did you get the lucky coin?
Huh. Well, I'm being charming, so let's be charming. Lucky coin, sir? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Don't play the innocent here, Connor. I know that you were given the order to find the lucky coin. Now, where is it? A very important patron with a great deal of influence around Sardonia wants to know the answer, Connor. I will be willing to overlook some of your flaws and...
Is that pronounced peccadillos or
Anyway, peccadillos from now on, assuming you please this patron. So, where is the lucky coin you were sent to retrieve for the patron?
That's bluff. The man who caught me stole it and everything else I had with me before he brought me here.
What man are you talking about? Who brought you here?
You mean you don't know him? Tall guy, beard, eye patch over one eye. I thought he worked for the school. He walked right in through the castle gates and spoke directly to the headmaster. Then I was sent to your office.
Blast it! Now I need to find your mysterious one-eyed man to see if he has the coin. As for you, I doubt that the patron will have anything to do with you since you botched the job. You get 10 demerits for wasting my time. And don't try to tell anyone else about this meeting of ours. I'll deny everything. And who would take the word of a liar and thief over my word? Get out!
Yeah, I know what that thing is. I just don't know for sure how it's pronounced. All right. Let's pop in and yeah, Sean still has the lucky coin. But he's not going to go giving it to anyone. Especially not Turk. Alright, let's go grab an apple and is Sean smart? Sean's smarts are about 20, so he's getting smarter. Alright, we're not going to do some work, but we are going to give her these bandages. Lady Moira asked me to bring these bandages for your cooking class. Very good. No matter the words we say to be careful, all students, they need to learn for themselves that knives must be treated with great respect. Yeah, well, don't give away your goodies to Turk is like extremely basic skills. Thank you, Mr. Sean, for bringing these to me. Alright, we're going to skip the work because we have potentially a significant amount more money to make. So let's go to the rec room. Katie's saying something about Pooh-Bah. Pooh-Bah is fun and exciting. It's a lot like hunting, only with much less bloodshed. Usually less bloodshed. Alright, let's talk to everybody first. If you're as good at Poobah as you are at darts, I can walk away with a nice pile of lira tonight. Where did you learn to play Poobah?
Sailors used to play a lot of Poobah at my family's Lucky Lady Inn. They hoped the lady would bring them luck. I never played with them at the inn, but I watched them play. Learned a lot of things by watching their games. Mostly I learned a lot of words and phrases that should not be spoken in polite company. The Lucky Lady wasn't very lucky for most of them.
So you think you're better at Poobah than I am? Considering that you clearly never played Poobah before, I better be better than you. I'll probably make a lot of mistakes. Don't worry, we're happy to take advantage of every mistake you make. Going to not flirt with Katie. I'm being a little bit conservative with the flirting with classmates at this point. We'll talk later. Maybe. Poobah games tend to run late. Let's talk to Esme.
Will you play Poobah with us tonight? It's fun, but you must have lira to play.
Have you played a lot of Poobah?
I had not heard of Poobah before coming here, but I am very good with cards. Poobah is about judging cards and people. I am good at judging people, too. I can tell when people are lying.
So Poobah is a gambling game, then. How much money does it take?
You will need at least 20 lira to play a few hands and win some more lira. If you are unlucky, you will need about 50 lira to stay in for the last hand.
I don't have a lot of lira.
You should talk to Gregor at store. He will be glad to pay you to hunt rats in wine cellar.
I'll talk with you later, I hope.
Maybe we can talk tomorrow.
Thomas, have you ever played Poobah before? It seems like such a simple game. What brings you here tonight? Are you a Poobah player too? I've never actually played Poobah before. Earlier today, Joel talked me into coming. He said that I would learn a lot about other people if I played the game with them. Do you know how to play the game? I read the Poobah book over on the coffee table, so I have the general gist of the game. However, I'm not sure I understand the nuances of betting. Joel assured me that I will pick things up quickly. I'll talk to you later. Good luck at the Poobah game. I'm sure Thomas will be fine. Hi, Cesare. Are you ready to find out what a real game of cards is like? So what's it like being nobility? Do you have a palace for a home or something? My life is my own business. I see no reason to talk with you. Go bother someone else. Let me see if I understand this. Poobah is a game about deception and bullying. Sounds like you're a master at it already. Hold your tongue, O'Connor. So Poobah is a gambling game? Yes, but the bets are small. I wouldn't want to win all your money with a single hand. I want to win all your money over several hands. It's much more enjoyable that way. You know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Cesare rather sounds flirtatious here. And I don't just mean that I'm saying his stuff that way. I mean, it reads that way. We'll talk more later. Are you trying to put off playing Poobah? I'm getting impatient to win your money. What a jerk. Stab him. I know. It just keeps not coming up on the menus. Very annoying. We were hoping that you could make it here tonight, Mr. O'Connor. I trust your meeting with Mr. Turk was not too unpleasant. Shall we start the Poobah game, Mr. O'Connor? You've been looking forward to this game, haven't you? Yes, I shall be very interested in playing with you in particular, Mr. O'Connor. It is always more entertaining when new people join the game. I suspect you're very good at this game, Joel. Moi? It is true that I have played many a game of Poobah, but I am by no means an expert at the game. How's Poobah played? We shall be more than happy to guide you through the game when we get started. It's a simple matter of looking at your cards and estimating their potential betting value. I'm sure you'll catch on in no time. I'll talk to you later. Indeed, I very much look forward to doing so. Alright, so thing to do at this point is to save the game because Poobah is partially down to a random chance and therefore one can do better or worse, and Sean feels a strange pulling sensation. Yes. I remember hearing that line all too many times in King's Quest 6. And let's give the Poobah game a try. I am prepared to restore and try again if I don't like how much money I make. So, would you like to play a game of Poobah? I will be delighted to win all your money anytime. Let us do this. I've got the highest card, so that means I'm the first dealer, right? Good luck, everyone, and have fun. Alright, so, ante up. Now, so the deal here is everyone has tells, but exactly what they have tells for and what the tells are vary a lot. So, what I'm looking at right here, I'm a little worried about Esme. She's smiling. So just to go over the different hands, Grand Poobah better than Poobah, better than Fizbin, better than Mimi, better than Meh, better than Wump. I have a bad Meh, which everything except Poobah's has bad, no modifier, and good. Poobah good is replaced by Grand. So a bad Meh is a bad hand. And Esme smiling means she's got at least a bad Fizbin. So that means that my odds are not particularly good, because at least a bad Fizbin means potentially up to Grand Poobah. And I'm starting off weak, so here I could either... You do a round of bets until everyone is either folded or called the latest, and then you can pitch your entire hand to get a new one, so there actually is an incentive to stay in, but at this point I have a limited amount of lira to gamble, so let's play a little conservatively but not fold yet. See if I can get lucky. Joel's out. Thomas is out. Nah, we'll try. Kitty's. Oh, dear Kitty's. Kitty's gone from her my hand is not particularly great face to her I've got a Fizbin of some level face, so that's not good for my odds, but let's see. Yeah, I got a worse hand. I'm out. And we have 2 Fizbins. Yes, I get to haul in my swag. Sosi bets aggressively on absolutely nothing, so it's not particularly worrying to see him going up. Here we have Esme still smiling happily. It's not great. But let's try for getting a better hand than this bad meh. Not good enough. A bad Mimi is just below average. I'm out. So doing great here. Doing great. Down to 24 lira, but doing fine. Well, that went nicely. I'm glad one of us had a good time. And here we go. I am in it to win it this time. Particularly since I see Sosi smirking over there. And smirking means, in this case it means he's got like a Fizbin. Which means, well, I've got the best hand there is. I beat him. And it's fun to beat Sosi. Not as fun as it would be to stab him, I'll grant you, but fun. What do you know? I win this hand. Interesting. Katie folded with a Fizbin in hand. That's... improves my odds somewhat. So the trouble with Esme having at least a Fizbin here is that means she either has a bad Fizbin, in which case I have the best hand out, or she has absolutely anything above a Fizbin. I'll be very conservative here. And of course I won that one because when I'm too cautious, I have the best hand. Thank you for your generous contributions to the Sean O'Connor Retirement Fund. But I am making some money off of this, which is excellent, because I very much need it. Get out of here, man. Now, Sosie will bet on absolutely any hand, pretty much, so I'm not at all able to... him betting doesn't mean much of anything. This just proves to you all my superior gaming skills. No, it doesn't, you... He barely had a better hand than me, and I had just about average. Oh, Thomas is betting. Now, Thomas betting means he's got a pretty good hand. Now, on the other hand, I now have a pretty good hand. So... let's go up. Yeah, Thomas folds if he's got less than a bad Fizbin. I'm starting to get a feel for this game. Unfortunately, Thomas has no tells whatsoever, which is actually kind of surprising, considering that... that he's not the most roguish. Now, bad Fizbin is a good hand. It's better than average hand. The trouble is that it's not necessarily better than what either of these two could pick up. So my odds are slightly... it's pretty much an even chance as to whether I do better holding or discarding. I'm going to hold, though. And looking at the faces around here, I'll go ahead and bet. Yeah, Thomas's mustache is, if not fashionable, at least practical. It's very kind for you to hand me money like this. This is actually going pretty well. We still got a few more rounds for it to go sour, but right now it's going pretty well. Let's go ahead and start betting. Now, Sosie's smirking. That means he's got a Fizbin. That's not great, but it just means I pitched this. We're gonna be rich, rich, rich! Not on this hand, though. Sosie's got something better. So, I'm out. Thank you for all your lovely lira. You're welcome, Katie. It goes 10 rounds. I have an absolutely abysmal hand, and oh, Katie is frowning. I'm gonna fold on this one. Why am I folding? You'll see when you see what Katie has. Since I already folded, so you didn't see it. So I'll tell you, she had some level of poobah. Come to me, my proud booty. Ladies and gentlemen, our gaming time is nearly over. One more deal and luck will decide the winner. Let's deal the cards and get this over with before Turk comes to shut us down. Hooray, I've got a bad Mimi. That's not a great start. And Thomas is betting, and Katie's got her Fizbin face on. Not a good start, but I'll stay in and see what I can get. Bad Fizbin. So, bad Fizbin is below what they both had, but they just folded, so I'm going for it. And I become the grand winner. That's the last hand? What a shame. I was just starting to take all your money. Oh well, there's always next time.
Attention everyone, it is now curfew time. I expect all of you to return to your dorm rooms immediately. No exceptions.
Joel didn't win a single round despite being good at this game. Yeah, I guess he didn't do so well on the draws. Alright, let's check in with Aeolus here. Hey Aeolus, writing any new songs today? Shrug. You seem kind of down. Maybe if you played a cheerier tune on your pipe, it would make you feel better. Shrug. It's getting late, so maybe you should try to get some sleep? Shrug. Why don't you stop playing so I can get some sleep then? Alright, let's study our lockpicking because no rest for the wicked here. Yeah, Aeolus. Well, I won't talk too much about Aeolus's romance storylines here. So I think this is probably a good place to leave it because, among other things, I guess I've been at this for 3 hours now. Yikes. So gonna save, and we will pick up right here. No rest for the roommates, that's true. We will pick up right here when I next have a chance to do another stream. I'm not sure at this point exactly when that'll be, but I will send out an update, or there's always the notifications Twitch provides. So thanks so much for popping in to join me, and hope to see you next time.